Hi everyone, Matt White here from BWI Aviation Insurance. We're closing out 2025 with one of the calmest, most stable aviation insurance markets we've seen in the last 5 years. After several years of rate increases, capacity shifts, and a lot of turbulence in the industry, Q4 2025 is finally giving aircraft owners some breathing room. But stability doesn't mean complacency. And in this video, I want to walk you through exactly what's happening in the market right now, what you can expect heading into renewal season, and how to position yourself to get the best possible results, whether you fly a Cirrus, a Cessna, or a private helicopter. The big picture, the calm after the storm. For the first time since 2018, we're not talking about a hard market. Yes, rates have flattened, competition is back, and capacity has returned. The big underwriters, Global Aerospace, USAIG, Star, AIG, Old Republic, they're all writing actively again in general aviation. And it's not just the major players. New capacity has quietly returned to the market, and the London and Lloyd's syndicates are showing healthy appetite for clean general aviation accounts. According to Marsh's midterm report, light general aviation risks have been renewing mostly flat, with some owners even seeing small decreases, especially in single-engine piston aircraft with clean loss histories. Another broker's October 2025 outlook echoed the same thing: abundant capacity, selective underwriting, and stable pricing. And that's great news. Single engine and light general aviation is the sweet spot. If you're flying a 172, an Archer, a Bonanza, or a Cirrus SR22, you're sitting in the most stable segment of the market right now. Underwriters love clean data, consistent training, and low loss frequency, and single engine landowners have been delivering exactly that. For well-qualified pilots, with time in type and recent dual instruction, we're seeing flat renewals or even slight decreases, something we haven't said in a long time. The market's message is clear: discipline pays. Turbine and rotor wing are stable, but they're still pretty selective. If you're operating a turbine, a jet, or a helicopter, it's a little more nuanced than that. Turbine and rotor wing pricing has stabilized, but underwriting remains selective. Part 135 charter, EMS, and aerial work exposures are still under scrutiny because of the frequency and severity trends we've seen. And private turbine owners with solid recurrent training, hangared aircraft, and clean records are still getting competitive options. But if your operation involves multiple pilots or high utilization, expect a closer look and make sure your documentation is flawless. For helicopters, especially the Robinson R44 and R66 owners, it's about training recency and mission type. If you're current, your instructor's active, and you're documenting accuracy, you'll see stable rates. If you're flying low level or in off-airport environments, expect underwriters to hold the line. Why this market is stable and what could change? The number one reason we're seeing stability right now is reinsurance discipline. The 2025 reinsurance renewals were orderly. There's plenty of capital in the system, and large airline losses haven't spilled over into the GA sector. At the same time, claims costs have stopped accelerating. We're not seeing the same supply chain chaos we had in 2021 to 2023. Parts are available, labor costs have normalized, and major underwriters are reporting improved loss ratios across general aviation. That combination, steady reinsurance, healthy underwriting results, and lower repair inflation, has created this little soft plateau we're sitting on right now. The only caveat: if there's a major late year loss or an unexpected event that hits global aviation reinsurance, things could tighten up slightly in 2026. But right now, the outlook is calm. AI, automation, and data is the quiet shift that's happening right now. You've probably heard a lot about AI and automation in aviation insurance, and for once, it's not just buzzwords. We're seeing genuine progress behind the scenes. Carriers are testing risk scoring tools based on flight data, ADS-B patterns, and training history. But it's important to understand this technology isn't replacing people, it's augmenting them. Underwriters still rely on validated pilot data, relationships, and context. AI may highlight patterns, but trust still decides outcomes. At BWI, we've invested heavily in our iFlight quote system to make quoting faster, more accurate, and more transparent, but the foundation remains the same. Real people giving real advice. Technology helps us move faster, but it's still about trust, communication, and of course, relationships. What you can do before renewal. Here's my Q4 2025 checklist. If your renewal is coming up in the next 60 days, here's what I recommend. Number 1, update your pilot resume. Include total hours, time and type, and recent training or IPCs. Number 2, verify your whole value. Inflation has stabilized, but make sure your aircraft is insured for what it's actually worth today. Number 3, if you had a claim, write a short corrective action note. Underwriters love seeing accountability. And number 4, send clean, consistent data. No conflicting information across application logs or communication. And number 5, if you can, train before renewal. It's still the single biggest rate saver in the market. When your submission tells a complete, organized story, you'll get the very best options available. Here's the takeaway. Q4 2025 is one of the most balanced aircraft insurance markets we've seen in years. Rates are stable, capacity is plentiful, and aircraft owners finally have the leverage to negotiate from a position of strength, as long as they're current, organized, and transparent. If you're flying single engine piston, light turbine, or private rotor wing, this is your moment to lock in strong terms and reward your own discipline. As always, if you have questions, our team at BWI is here to help you navigate every step. Thank you for trusting BWI, and fly safe.